the drunk donkey? Once upon a time, there was this weather woman. You can come as a pilot, you stay kind of quiet, but you know you love watching my space. So put your cone head shirt on, watch it live on your phone, and drink drunk donkey beer all day. You know you'll be tracking every move it makes.
All right. That's our Friday jam. Andy Simmons, you listening, man? I still play your songs every day. We got about 10 of them that Andy made us years ago. One of them says when we had 100,000 followers. That was many years ago. All right. It's okay to dance. I did karaoke on the ship this time, by the way, Shelly. I didn't do it on our last cruise, but I didn't do it on our MWP cruise. It takes a lot of courage. Liquid courage. But I did it. And then Sarah ran up there with me. So, well, hey, everybody. Good morning. This is Mike here to Daily Brew. I got little Longo today. He was just on my chat. He came running over when I called him. This guy is becoming an awesome part of our family. There's Longo. If you missed Longo, we had his world debut this week. There he is. Look at those little ears, man. They just pop out. What do you think, Longo? Huh? What do you think? You know your name already, Longo? Longo. He slept with me last night. The whole night. I went to bed about 12:30, and he was up there. He was right beside me at 5:30 this morning. I could not believe it. I wanted to start posting, but I felt guilty with the phone, so I just kind of laid there for an hour until I heard the birds chirping. I'm like, I gotta get up. Time to get up. Anyway, so welcome everybody. We're gonna talk weather. We got a little bit in the tropics. Hey, Billy K. I talked to your neighbor last night, Ricky. Oh, he likes to nibble on my fingers too. You got the puppy teeth, don't you? He usually grabs my beard. Oh, we got the Brew crew running. All right, so we're streaming live on TikTok. Listen, TikTok's new. We don't get to read the comments over there. I apologize, but hey, it's better than nothing. But we're also on Facebook. That's where it all began. Back in 2016, we started streaming during Hurricane Matthew. Back when I didn't even have a camera on me. It was just a TV screen. What's up, Richard? What's up, James? How's your weekend going, guys? We'll just let him nibble on my finger here a little bit, unless he gets a little too hard. Be careful, buddy. Oh, man. So we had an ABC commercial yesterday. I can't wait to show everybody. Oh, my God. We had so much fun there at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. We're doing a MWP pina colada recipe. I'm not really a mixed drink maker. I made my first one. That was pretty much my first one ever, man. We had coconuts and pineapple and lime juice and and some Jim Beam. So I'll be excited to show you that when it comes out. We did some storm prep work too, and I had a idea there. We're gonna do a little video on Know Your Zones, ABC, because every time I see ABC now, I think of zones, ABC, right? So. Oh, hey, oh my God, Patrick, we got a new cruiser, few nurses and medics. Oh my God, is that good, Patrick? So we can use your services if we ever need you. Well, awesome, man. Thanks for joining up. It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun. Boy, he's getting hyper now. He's like, okay, I got my second wind. James, yeah, not sure exactly where yet, but I'll be posting highlights. But it will be on Game Changer. So. But I want to dive into the tropics since we're going away for a couple days. We'll be back live Monday next week. Friday's probably not going to happen next week. We'll do, I got to go out of town. Shelly's out of town too. So if we do anything Friday, it would be a recorded video. We might have little topics talking about. Brian, what's about boating? I don't see anything yet, Brian, this weekend. Just pay attention, obviously, to weather. I mean, it can always change, but there's really no organized systems this weekend. So enjoy it, man. You know, enjoy it. Thursday. Well, we can wing it. Hey, maybe there's no weather to talk about. But you're such a good boy. Anyway, so let's put on a radar map here. A few more hellos, and then we'll get right into it. So, tropics are quiet, kinda. Carol's talking to the dog, not me. Morning, hey Bobby, she finally made it. Kevin Daly, good morning. All right, let's. This little guy, it was so cute. He jumped into Louie's bed yesterday, and then Louie jumped into his new bed. But then I looked over, and they were sleeping together. So yeah, they're becoming buddies, right? All right, let's go. I need to go because you're gonna start biting me, and I'm gonna have to say no. Let's see. We'll do a kiss on camera. Ready? Oh, you did a good bed. Yeah, he makes me smile. Very few things in life makes me smile. But that little dog's doing it to me, so. Anyway. So what do you think, Blobby? We got a little weird homegrown action maybe next week. I saw Levi talking about it. Makes sense, man. We get a little slingshot. That's kind of why I put that post yesterday. I always have subliminal messages, but I posted the idea of storms coming across north of the Caribbean towards Bahamas and Florida. So that might be a place we look at because that western Atlantic is very warm. We would like to go scalloping one day. Never done it. Can't believe it. Really can't believe it, Chris. Hey, what's up, Chris? Jay, what's up, buddy? So there you go. There's a tropics map. Things are quiet. Main development region. Everybody's talking about the Caribbean. Everything's quiet. Normal though, believe it or not. This is not. This is normal. normal to be slow in early July. So, but we'll get into more. Kitchener, good morning there. What's up? Lake Okeechobee, Kathy. Fascinating lake that we have here in Florida. For sure. Now don't ever say the Q word. Nope. Earlene, that's interesting little way to spell your name there, Earlene. Good morning. Appreciate the hello. Anna Marie, nope. There's no guarantee on anything that we're going to talk about. Bobby, you should come on our cruise, man. The 5th annual. It's so fun. God, I can't wait. I've never looked forward to anything as much as I am our next MWP cruise. I just love it. The Margaritaville. Shelly, hey, Shelly, I remember your name. The other Shelly. Shelly with a Y. Shelly, you're down the Keys, right? I've been down in the Keys twice now. Hey, you know when we went on a boat down there, shark feeding boat. A couple kids recognized me getting off the ship, not the boat. I went from a ship to a boat, but they were really cool kids. Said, yeah, why not? Let's do it. So we took the girls on a little boating adventure. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I remember your name, Shelly. Two Shellys. Shelly with a Y. All right, so let's talk about the tropics. Some weather. I want to get into it. And then we'll go. I got a big podcast in downtown. No, I haven't watched it, Lauren, but my daughter has. She said it's amazing. Paris from Delaware. Is that DE? Is that Delaware? Remember the country song Mark Chestnut growing up the big D or something? Going through the big D, and I don't mean Dallas. Morning, Jason, Tampa. Brittany, we should have a good day, I hope. Always a good day. Started a little drama online last night on X. I didn't really mean to, but I didn't like one of the tweets from a big company, so I was like, shared my opinion. And it was good until it got really ugly, as everything always does. It's kind of hard to have an opinion anymore without getting it personal, so I deleted it. Because you know what? It ain't worth it. All right. Tropics in a nutshell. All right. Hey, big story yesterday. These floods the last week, obviously Texas. I cannot believe so many are still missing. It's terrible. I just trying to follow everything going on and the alerts and just, I'm definitely staying out of it. People are asking me all the time my thoughts, and there's again, no matter what I say, it's not going to change anything, and it's just going to start a lot of drama and a lot of mudslinging, and I don't want that on our pages, so it's just a very bad situation for everybody out there, and it's just so sad. I'm not one to like Monday morning quarterback sometimes, and that's kind of what's going to be happening now, and it's not going to be pretty. So, yesterday with Savannah, though, look at that rain in Savannah. Holy cow. Just north a little bit of the main city there. But, man, they had almost double-digit rains, and that was all within just a few hours. Crazy rain totals yesterday in Savannah. They had a lot of flooding. One little pocket, just isolated, slow-moving storms. They don't move, So, that's crazy. Rain, let me just go through the next 3 days, 4 days, and then we're going to go right into the tropics. This is Storm Prediction Center today. Everything's north. That's where we were hanging out a lot. That's kind of my turf there. Chicago had one of the big floods there a couple days ago, too. So they got weather today. Here's Saturday. Up there on the Great Lakes could be some stormy, squally weather north with that diagonal flow. And then Sunday. So everything's kind of staying in that same pattern the next 3 days. Flooding rains, obviously, Chicago again today. Anybody in yellow today, here's tomorrow. Kind of staying in that middle U.S. And we get a little bit more towards the northeast on Sunday. So we got Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now notice things in Florida start to pick up a little bit. And then Monday and Tuesday. So we got green down in the Florida Peninsula Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. That's kind of what I'm going to talk about here in a second. Okay. Here's rainfall totals. Here's your daily rainfalls for today. Here's rainfall for tomorrow. You can see things are a little less here for Saturday. Isolated. Sunday, a little bit popping here down in South Florida. And then you can start to see this bubble coming into play here off of the Atlantic. This is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So, yes, things are setting up next week. Some little energy slingshotting around high pressure, low pressure, mid-level, low pressure. And, yeah, there's a lot of chatter about it, but there's definitely nothing definite. Definitely nothing definite. Weather radios, Amy, that's probably a great point right there. I have one in my truck. Heck, I sell them. I got the old. I got one that's just a spin dial with solar. My dad listens to it. He loves his hurricane heat. Phil, you ain't kidding, man. It is hot. You can feel it. We took the boat out the other day, and it was just stagnant heat, just that high pressure heat. And I'm sure we got a high pressure over us now. I just assume we do. I don't even know. I assume I don't even need to look at weather to know that we do. We do. High pressure. There it is. That high pressure extending over Florida right there. 1018, 1020. So we got some high pressure heat. All right. This energy here is going to be kind of slinging westbound. All right. Let's close that out because it takes a lot of bandwidth. All right. And I think I got everything else I wanted to show. So rainfall is going to be inching into the picture. Again, there's today, Saturday, Sunday. Watch the rain coming in off the Atlantic. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. All right, there you go. Here is a long-range hazards outlook. They added our heavy rain 7:13 through 7:16. It's not a washout. It's just daily rains are definitely going to increase. We have hazardous heat across the south too. So that's what we're going to focus on next week. Okay. As always, you look at that. Everybody likes to share that when I talk about long-range tropics, and I get it, and I'm okay with it. The next name after Dexter, Sean. I don't know. Shelly will let you know on that one. Is it an E storm? What's up, Harold? You had a big storm out west. Morning, John. Morning, Amanda. So, anybody new? I like to look long range. We always look long range. Aaron's the next name. Aaron. E. What's the ice storm? Imelda. We know about the ice storms. We have a Karen coming up. Karen. So I get it. We'd like to look long range, and sometimes it doesn't pan out. But as always, you can go to the National Hurricane Center official outlook there. It's your next 7 days, and they don't see anything popping in the next 7 days. So there you go. Official outlook. But we do have this. We do have a little bit of tropical to talk about. Let me see. Where did it go? Here it is right here. All right. We have that. So what does that mean? Well, a lot of people sharing that. A lot of people sharing the 18Z GFS yesterday. Amanda, no Karen. Sherry Brown, how's Kentucky? What's up, Becky? It's a cool name, Becky. So this is basically telling everybody that Brandon, good morning over there. Hey, I'm glad your wedding went good, man. Marie, good morning. Cindy, only K's. Camping with a C. Camping with a K. So conditions in this general area in the Gulf are just basically pointing to, hey, could have something pop there because we have light wind shear, we have hot water, water's a little warmer than normal, we have low pressure sliding into play, we have a little bit of energy coming in from the Atlantic, so all that kind of mixes into the say, hey, there's a chance. These sometimes don't pan out. These are very tricky because they're not guarantees of anything. They just look at environmental conditions and, hey, we possibly could have conditions support something. That's all. Nothing to get worried about. No models are really showing any development yet, so that's good news, right? Nothing to get stressed out about, but it's good to know. Hey, so let's talk about it. I like to talk about things, right? So let's close that out. All right, so I posted this morning. I always like the ensembles. So the European ensembles are on the top. They're a little less enthusiastic than they were yesterday. These little lines represent low pressure and only 3 out of 51 lower chances. The blended map here showing light purple is a little less than it was yesterday too. So the Euro backed down a little bit. GFS picked up a little bit. Now, GFS usually is not a good model, but the ensembles are a little bit better because you see all their members. But this is just basically showing you the idea of that. So we're going to dig into all that here. This is why we have a circle in the area. There's modeling suggesting that. And there are other things I posted this morning too. But that's basically what we're looking at next week. Low pressure sliding into play. I posted this morning too. This is Euro AI. Euro AI did really good last year. Now Euro, in my experience, is really good at reading upper air patterns. The Euro AI last year did really good towards the end of the season. So I always keep an eye on things. Jamie Perry, we love Perry. Jacob, yeah, I just showed Iowa. You got 3 days of possible storm prediction center weather there. I just showed coming in. High pressure blocking the storms in the southeast. So everything's kind of flowing up that direction. So yeah, you need to, next couple of days we have yellow slight risk in that area. Michelle, great question. Everybody asks me that question about budget cuts, and I'm not the guy to ask. I use whatever tools are available. There's going to be a lot of tools available. I guess the one question that I can answer is I'm not worried yet. How about that? I just don't know enough about it. So there you go. I use all tools out there. There's a lot of tools. So I know there's a lot of discussion about it. And like I said, I just don't know enough about it to make sure he's not. Hey, get over here. Don't want to be chewing on furniture here. Come here. You don't chew on that. That's right. We had 2 dogs before you long ago, and nobody's chewed on that piece of furniture. So I posted this morning to Euro AI on the top. This is mid-level low pressure area, and this is sliding across. This is midweek next week. So basically, anytime you get a mid-level low, you get increased moisture, and that's showing up. And the bottom graphic is your precipitable water map for Wednesday next week, and that's showing you that lingering low pressure little spot that's going to be trying to hang on. And then on the bottom here is another little spot that's getting slingshotted towards this. So everything's kind of converging over towards Florida and the Gulf next week. That's, whether or not it's developed or not, but we got rain on the forecast, yes. Surface charts, I was a little surprised this morning. They actually are showing this low pressure. Here's Monday on the top left, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So official surface charts from NOAA are now showing low pressure. Bobby, you might like that. Didn't know that, probably, right? There's low pressure Carolina. This is an old lingering, kind of a frontal trough. But it's coming in off the Atlantic. There you go. There's, Monday, Tuesday. So we got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Low pressure. Low pressure don't mean anything. They just mean more rain possibility is something. Rainfall maps here. Slowly picking up on it. This is 10-day rainfall. Impossible to know exactly where these high pockets of rain are going to be, but it definitely paints the picture that there's going to be moisture next week. That's why we have the increased rain. Not every day, not a washout. We're going to have isolated flooding, probably. That seems to be the story lately. We have slow-moving systems, a lot of moisture, a lot of heat. That Gulf's hot. The waters in the Gulf are hotter than 30-year normal, so that's going to fuel any storms with a little extra juice. I filmed that video last year in Temple Terrace. Remember that? It could happen anywhere. We had a crazy flood here in Tampa last year. I remember just out of the blue. Brittany, I have not noticed a change in the radar systems. I love radar scope, and I super duper love WeatherWise. It's an awesome app. You can download it. It's free. WeatherWise. They have a great PC version. You don't even have to download any sort of program. They don't pay me. I just use it. I like it. Amanda, we all love weather. We just don't like the badness that comes with weather. Right? For sure. Hey, Mr. Robert Bowman. How's it going, buddy? Good to see you. Kathleen from Lakeland. We'll be driving through Lakeland here in a little bit. He can chew on the flip-flops. Brandon, you're fine. There's nothing at all solid enough to even think about worrying about that right now. So we do have some bones for Lynette. He loves the little bones, the little non-flavored bones we get. He is chewing on those, so that's pretty cool. Sherry from Oak Island, where's that at? So, Denny, the app is WeatherWise. WeatherWise. And I love whoever's behind it because they answer all my messages on X, and they make a lot of changes based on requests. And I love they have a composite radar now on there, which is so awesome. I hate having to click radar to go different areas. They have a composite button now that blends all the radars together, which is so awesome. It's like better than Christmas. So, bachelorette trip. Where are you going? Well, I don't even know where you're going. Now, Lindsay, you say I have a bachelorette trip Friday to Monday. Do you think it'll rain? How do I know where you're going? You didn't invite me, I guess. I don't. Yes, WeatherWise is free, Ryan. They have a paid version, but I think the WeatherWise main one just got a million options. So Key Largo, not a washout. Nope. All right, so anyway, there's your rain. Let's talk about it. So a lot of what I do, we look at future. I don't see any models right now to get worked up on. We just know there's an idea. There's a seed. You got to look for a reason that we could see something popping, and we got that little bit. So nothing at all right now to get going on. Here's some rainfall These are long range going through next weekend. Now the GFS is highlighting South Florida and North Florida there along the Gulf, and these are the maps that we talk about all the time. They show you these little isolated pockets of 7, 8, 9, 10 inches. So these blended models don't show you these possibilities of isolated flooding events. Okay, that's where it's deceiving. It takes into account a blend of ideas. So notice these little pockets on the GFS. So we're just going to have a lot of moisture in place. This is what the GFS Euro is not very excited with rainfall totals. I mean, yeah, we got 4, 5, 6 inches, but this is a 10 days. Now notice it's a little heavy in South Carolina. So these models are just building the idea that we're going to have a lot of moisture in place. What are you looking at? You want to come up? Come here. Come here. Oh, he's such a cute guy. He comes right over. This is what Hunter used to do. Longo. It's like, I'm sorry, Daddy. I didn't mean to be chewing on the furniture. You don't chew on furniture. No, you better not. Okay, you okay? No more chewing on furniture. No. Never thought I'd be a little dog guy. Don't judge. MT, mate, say what's up, buddy. Thank you. Loretta Reed, good morning. Marianne, good morning. I'll keep him up here so you can see him at least. There we go. We'll keep him right here. How about that? That way everybody can see him. I'm going to wear lighter colored shirts. I've got to wear like darker for Louis and lighter for Longo. Some other rainfall maps. This is the Euro Ensemble blend. Basically just showing you the same idea. The Big Bend area is tricky. The GFS one time was showing way heavy rains. But this is your rainfall. So that's kind of, I think I've pretty much, and then here's official rainfall through next Friday. A little more South Florida. And the big blobs coming across. All right, so enough of that. Here is kind of what the GFS is showing. Early next week, you can see a couple little low pressure lines starting to pop, and then they come across, and then we start to see a few more. Green is 1,000 millibars, so that's again, we don't worry about anything that's not, low pressures don't mean hurricanes. We are seeing a couple blue ones, and they kind of linger. The longer this thing lingers in the Gulf, then there could be a chance that it could develop. So that's kind of what everybody's just kind of casually watching anytime you get low pressure in the Gulf. So that's pretty much it. The Euro, I want to see the Euro AI ensembles. I got the Google AI ensembles out to look at too. Here is your Euro AI. There's a few. So, it's enough talk. It's just enough to talk about. Timing wouldn't be till middle of next week before we'd start to see any hints of anything. So there's that. Here is the Google AI. And it pretty much pinpoints low pressure spots, and you'll start to see a couple little dots popping. This is Sunday. Now we're getting into Monday next week, and there's Tuesday next week. There's one. Okay, Wednesday. There's one little guy. There's not a lot. This is Wednesday next week. There's another little one popping. Not a lot of Google AI ensembles. There's a couple popping over the next weekend. And that's it, pretty much. So that's kind of the idea, right? And then it's gone. So anyway, that's all. We're talking about a lot of ifs and whats here. I know. Here's a Euro AI or Euro ensembles. And this is middle next week, kind of showing you a few little dots there. So there you go. There's that. All right. Let's look at tropical tidbits, look at some velocity, kind of show you what's coming. Euro AI. Here's that little blob Tuesday. A little low pressure. It's going to swing around. High pressure to the north. It's going to help kick it over. And there's a weak low showing up middle next week on the Euro AI. So that's the area that might swing across. But again, it's such a low confidence thing. GFS. There's that weak low pressure next Thursday. You can kind of see it pivot across. Little piece breaks off, pivots across. We have the moisture coming in from the Bahamas. It's going to kind of mingle up, bring the rain chances up. So there you go. that's what we're watching. Nothing to stress out about yet. Here's the Canadian showing you that little spinner out here, and it brings it across. See that little spinner? So it goes to New Orleans, kind of. So that's that's yeah. There you go. Icon basically showing you a weak low pressure right here. You can see it with the wind barbs a little bit. Right here, weak low next Wednesday, Thursday. So that's all. That's all I got to say about that. There's really anything I want to really get everybody worked up about. I do want to show precipitable water maps to kind of show you a couple things cooking on that. The Euro AI was interesting. Let's talk about that real quick. I want to show the little piece that's going to come across here. I guess Central America might be better. It's a little more zoomed in. 500 millibar vorticity. This kind of shows you this right piece. See that little piece right here? This is on next Tuesday on the east coast of Florida, and it's just kind of a mid-level low, and that's what's getting kicked up around those two high pressures. Kind of gets squeezed like a zit. Remember those days? And there you go, mid-level low. So moisture kind of shows you the same thing. We can look at southeast. Moisture map. Yellows is juicy air, but red's super duper juicy air. And what we're looking at here is Monday. There's Tuesday. There's that little energy coming across. There's a lot of rain there showing up on Wednesday. Now again, impossible to predict exact locations, but that purple is a lot of rain. And if that little purple goes here, there, everywhere, so there's a lot of moisture showing up right there on the latest Euro precipitable water map Wednesday. What do you think about the precipitable water map, dude? What do you think? I can't believe he's only 9 weeks old. He seems so smart already. He knows his name. He goes outside and goes pee-pee with Louie. Right? You like your brother? What do you think? What are you thinking? So, that's about it. Let's finish out the model run here. So there's midweek, and then there's a lot of moisture there. Here's that surge that I was talking about that's going to get spun around the Bermuda High and just kind of mingle with it. So we got a lot of rain through the week. It's just a matter of where it all sets up. You know? And maybe that thing will linger into the following week. That's the big question mark. This moisture might just hang around, and then maybe it'll delay something popping. But you can... Homegrown is kind of what we're talking about. So all the models are showing the vorticity. All the models are kind of hinting at the rain. But that's all. Nothing solid to worry about. That's all I got to say about that. Let's look at let's look at some individual models. I guess we could do that. Haven't looked at the KMA in a while. None of them are really showing development, so that's the thing. I mean, we're talking a lot about nothing, honestly. We're just talking about rain right now. Rain could be bad, though. All right, so nothing really showing there. Obviously, rain is the bigger story sometimes. I don't know. Tell her something to get everybody worked up about. I'm not going to talk about anything more until we see any solid anything. You can speculate all day long. There's eventually going to be a storm somewhere. You just. I did want to show one thing. What the heck was it? Oh, this right here. So here's where we're at. This is I know you've seen it a million times, but we're down here in July. It's obviously slow. August 20th was it? Dr. Bell used to ring a bell. August 20th, that was supposed to be the real when things really get going in the historical world of hurricane season. Dust starts to settle and Atlantic waters calm down. But what's probably tricky is this right here. So I hear from everybody, man, the season's slow. Man, the season's slow. Man, the season's slow. Well, you know what? Honestly, looking back from 1991 to 2020, that's a 30-year span. The average third name system isn't until August the 3rd. The average second name system isn't until July 17th. So we are already historically above average. And it doesn't take a bad category 2, 3, 4, 5 hurricane, as we saw. Not official yet with Barry, but Barry moisture did pull north into Texas. So there's good evidence that part of the Texas floods were because of Tropical Storm Barry, which made landfall in Mexico. And there's definitely Chantel created a lot of flooding in North Carolina. And they were both tropical storms. So it doesn't take a big name system to create impacts and wreck your season. Just because you didn't get a storm doesn't mean somebody else didn't get a storm. Not everybody's going to get a storm. But that's all I got to say about that. Right? Right. What do you guys, y'all like high dew points? Not going to rain every day in the West Coast every day, Carla. It's just, look at the HRRRRR. You can go to it. It's free here on Tropical Tidbits. Go to HRRRRR and click on your 12Z. That was your latest 48-hour run. You can get an idea of the flow. See? Isolated today. Saturday, very little. Saturday looks really nice for most. Then this goes into Sunday morning. There's Sunday morning, so very isolated. Got a little high pressure overhead. You can feel it. There's your high right here, 1023. You can see it right here in the picture. So anytime we get high pressure right here, it pretty much blocks and we get a flow. And this is kind of a block pattern. And you can confirm that by looking at the Storm Prediction Center and see the storms. There's today. Very little organized storms across most of the east and the south here. There's tomorrow. And then here's Sunday. So blocking pattern across the southeast. So that's all. We'll keep an eye on things. Teresa, good morning. So there you go. All right. Well, have a good day, Neil. Cindy, have a good day. We're going to go. I shared a link with Lowe's yesterday. Lowe's, friends of mine from Furman, if you have a Lowe's card or military discount, they had an amazing 10,000 watt Furman tri-fuel electric start for under $1,000 at Lowe's. We're still in a drought, Dawn. Yes, South Florida released this yesterday, Thursday. We get new drought maps, and South Florida still, believe it or not, it doesn't seem possible with all the rain it seems like we've been having, but Southwest Florida, or South Florida, Southeast Florida, there you go. Florida's pretty much the, there you go. So we have some red, which is incredible, really, if you think about it. But we've had that strong high pressure system, a lot of winds coming across the Caribbean there and just kind of keeping the moisture. A lot of dust drying up the storms. There hasn't been a lot of moisture making their way across the Atlantic, which helps fuel storms. So there you go. Judy just texted me. What's all that? What do you got? Anything good? Oh, there you go. Texas. Let's look at Texas. I didn't even look at Texas. How's that even possible? How could Texas be in a drought? Oh, that's an update. A little better. Believe it or not, we still got a drought in middle Texas. Look at that. Talk about extremes, right? Partly the reason the floods happen too is the ground's so hard and the water can't absorb It just flows like concrete. Kevin Johnson, thank you, buddy. Yeah, we'll be back next week. So we'll be live next week. Shelly will be with us at least through Wednesday. We'll digest what we're doing at the end of the week. I know Friday's pretty much guarantee I won't be in town. We'll have to play Thursday by year. I want to close out saying hello to my good friends at Storm Smart. They make these cool drop-down hurricane protection screens. Some of them are motorized, remote control, Bluetooth. So many of y'all told me during Ian they were absolutely amazing. And they, it's just a new way to protect yourselves from wind and noise and heat. But they even have little cool screens, slide-in screens. So if you're looking for an alternative to plywood, they have these really easy slide-in screens that just slide down, which, because the older I get, I hate plywood. I don't have hurricane windows yet, so give them a look. They're located here in Florida, and they're good people. I went down to their showroom, and very nice partnership we have. Just being, they do a lot for the community, sponsoring things and doing storm support. So I like to associate myself with companies that do that. So, and they're based here in Florida, and went to the showroom in Bradenton, where I was born. So take a look at them. All right. Have a great weekend. We'll be live Monday. I'll be doing a little reel here, I think, in a second, just highlighting what we got to look at maybe next week. No stress. Enjoy yourselves. Weather looks pretty darn good this weekend, so take it for granted.